Introverts are often viewed as the misunderstood members of society. Furthermore, introversion itself can sometimes seem suspicious and questionable, mostly because people know so little about it. Well, the first step of decoding an introverted personality, whether it's for yourself or for a friend, is deciding the type of introversion you're working with. Welcome back, Psychos. Today we're going to explain the 4 introverted types. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, as well as click the notification bell so that you never miss a video. Number 1. The social introvert. The social introvert is almost self-explanatory. These are people that are introverted by nature, preferring to spend time with themselves, yet don't become a ball of anxiousness should they be asked to tag along to a social event. The key difference between a social introvert and other types is that a social introvert doesn't make the choice of isolation out of fear. Instead, they make the decision out of personal preference. So there is rarely any regretted feelings or fear of missing out, should they turn an invitation down. Social introverts are also known for being a little more social than the rest by actually enjoying the company of a small, close group of people or one-on-one interactions. Just don't expect them to stay for long, because their social battery runs out fast. Number 2. The anxious introvert. The anxious introvert is the stereotypical introvert from the outside, shy and withdrawn. The anxious introvert is seen as the opposite of the social introvert in the fact that they do face struggles when it comes to socializing with others, sometimes even bordering on social anxiety disorder. This means the anxious introvert often turns down invitations or plans, not because they prefer to stay alone in solitude, but because they make every decision based on the fact that they are aware of the extreme anxious feelings they'll have in a social setting, especially large gatherings. The anxious introvert tends to become painfully self-conscious around others, constantly thinking that they are in the spotlight or possibly being judged. This anxious thinking pattern can quickly become a toxic cycle, because the more awkward interaction this introvert faces, the more they expect the next interaction to be just as awkward, making any type of socializing extremely daunting. Number 3. The introspective introvert. The introspective introvert is known for spending a lot of their waking hours in their head, also known as the thinking introvert. This type of introvert leans more towards the intellectual side of things by constantly observing their surroundings and then thinking deeply about everything they absorb. Their inner world is rich and elaborate. I mean, it should be considered that's where they spend the most of their time. And since this introspective type is constantly busy observing and thinking, it leaves little room for socializing. And that's the way they like it. Some researchers think that this type of introvert is living in their own fantasy world, when really they are deeply self-reflective and have better understanding of the world around them than most people. For this type of introvert, it's not about their preferences of socializing or their anxious feelings, but rather their subconscious tendency to spend time inwards rather than outwards. Number 4. The restrained introvert. Restrained introverts are the lesser talked about introverts, yet probably one of the most common. This type of introvert is known for requiring little more time to warm up to a person before showing their true colours. Most restrained introverts actually really enjoy meeting new people. However, they won't show their true colours unless they feel a genuine connection with the other person and they've earned their trust. They'll take a back seat in a new connection to observe for as long as they feel necessary. This can make a restrained introvert seem reserved and a little mysterious, because sometimes it's obvious that they're holding a big part of themselves back. Yet, for people that stick around long enough to reveal their true nature, we'll be glad they did. This trait of being overly introverted before warming up to someone new is actually very common amongst most introverts. Regardless of the type, in fact, introverts can often relate to traits in more than one introvert type. Remember, personalities aren't always cut and dry. So, Psychos, are you an introvert? And if so, which introvert do you think you are? Comment down below, Also, don't forget to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more psycho videos.